big sign over there. I am from here, fourth generation Idahoan. I grew up in Helmer, graduated Deary High School. My wife Julie and I currently live in Kendrick, where we raised 7 of our kids. 2 of them are sitting right there next to her.
Yeah.
I have been, we grew up, we're a logging family, so I learned to drive a logging truck before I learned to drive a car, right? When I grew up, there were 200 and some odd sawmills in this area, right? That, including Potlatch, is no longer a sawmill there. Now there's 2. So we're gonna have to relook at how we're doing our economy, right? That's, first of all, I don't think we're logging enough, right? 400% overgrown forest. Nevertheless, there's very little I can do about that at the county level. However, there are some things I can do. I ran away, joined the Navy when Jimmy Carter shut the logging down in Idaho. And I spent every single day from the first minute I got off the plane in San Diego trying to get back home, and here I am. So when I decided to run for county commissioner, the very first thing I did was I asked for a copy of the budget. So I figured county commissioner ought to be conversant with the budget. Well, I couldn't find the budget. And then I got a hard copy of the budget given to me. And that's not good, because that's not what I wanted to do. I'm a numbers guy, I like to analyze. Right? In my career path, I've gone from logger, welder, mechanic, project manager, to company owner, to consultant, right? And I currently serve in the oil and gas industry. I manage projects from anywhere from $50 to $200 million, right? That means I like to look at numbers. I need to look at numbers. Well, Christine at the county was incredibly helpful. I called her up and I said, Christine, I need some help. I have a problem getting a hold of this budget. She pointed it to me. I downloaded the document, and there were 2 things that were very clear to me right off the bat. One, she worked very, very hard putting that document together. She worked really hard. And I know that she worked hard because it took me 10 hours to tear it apart and put it into a format that I could analyze it, right? And I called her and I said, wow, lady, that's amazing. So I go through the budget, and I start analyzing, and I realize that, to Brian's point, there is some fat. One of the things that jumps out is just a real small thing. We're $35,000 upside down in our solid waste collection. How does that happen? Well, y'all don't know that, do you? But you wouldn't know because you can't analyze the budget, because you can't go click on the website and get a pie chart or a histogram or anything like that to have a look at it, right? Well, you should be able to, right? Just like everybody here has said. Those are, and I'm deaf on that. Everybody in the county should be able to go to the website, click on it, and then come back and call me and say, Carl Berglund, what in God's name are you doing with this? Right? You should have that ability. Definitely going to fight to do that. The next thing I did, as soon as I decided that I was going to run for county commissioner, was I said, well, so we have to have work here. But did I mention that the logging's gone? We're pretty much, Hatley and Bob Allen are the only 2 loggers that I personally know anymore. I grew up with both those guys, by the way. Anyway, so I get on the horn, I start making calls to some of my connections, and it looks like we may be able to get a company from Blackfoot. He has decided that he's got a 100,000 square foot manufacturing facility down in Blackfoot. He decided that he's going to relocate to North Idaho. We're talking, I think I might have him convinced to locate in Lake County. So this is where we're going. Get on another horn. There's another company that's been trying to get the clay pits out of Helmer revitalized. They want to build a mill out there. They want to start mining. They have a whole lot of industrial minerals that they think they can get there. They've been running stymied. In the course of our conversations over the last 4 months, they just assured me last week that they think they got their last hurdle. They need Brad Little to sign, and the mineral lease will be good in 9 months. They think that we'll have shovels in the ground and start to work. So those are the things that I've been doing, because that's what I think a county commissioner should do. Back to Peggy's point, right? I also believe that we do have ordinances in our county code that are overburdensome. We have ordinances in our county code, our land use code, while well-meaning, I understand why they put them there this way, but they're not structured to measure responsible growth. We are growing whether we like it or not. Right? People are coming here. I mean, people are escaping. How many have been here less than 5 years in this room? Right? Welcome home. Appreciate y'all being here. So there's a whole lot of people coming in. They're escaping the People's Republic of California, the People's Republic of Western Washington, right? They're coming here and they need a place to live. That means we have to revitalize our county ordinances, our land use policies to be able to welcome them. Next thing, just a tidbit. So y'all remember the Moscow mayor's race? Anybody paying attention to that? Everybody was lighting their hair on fire over what? Water, right? We're running out of water. Well, we may not be running out of water, but so 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, depending on who you talk to, there is going to be a water issue. There's going to be a water issue and there's going to be a power issue at some point, right? Water's pretty easy, guys. I've spent most of my adult life moving fluids from one place to another. And you don't even need me. I mean, the Romans knew how to move water across the continent, right? We can get water. All we have to do is agree on where we're going to take it from, where we're going to hold it, and whose land we're going to traverse it, right? That means we have to start having conversations. I have already started having those conversations. I've been having conversations with the Bureau of Reclamation, I've been having conversations with our federal delegation, and I've been having conversations with our state representatives, including Mr. Mitchell over here, about that very issue, to see how we can get ahead of this before it becomes a problem. Because that's what I think county commissioners are supposed to do. We're supposed to be being